by Michael. By
Oh no.
20 minutes later, we still can't pronounce his name.
Michael, what the fuck? But
She was gonna say it again.
it's because I'm trying to say it all together. I was like, she got to sit here with the ghost.
I know.
Maybe we're in an insane asylum.
I know.
Oh my goodness. Welcome to the Book Sluts.
You filthy animals.
I'm Maria.
I'm Jenny.
And I'm Angie. Okay, so I have one. I have a book. It's called The Silent Patient by Alex. Fuck, we never figured out how to say it.
Do we ever? I feel like all of us. No, do you miss? I don't think you
No, I
miss
miss
them.
them too.
Yeah.
But I feel like they've gotten more complicated. Like, I should have started with the other book. Okay, his name is Alex.
Just pronounce
I
how
don't
you think it
know.
sounds. And if
Michelides.
Alex Michelada.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe that's why, because that's all we.
I think you're probably thinking of Michelada.
No, but it's like
She is.
I don't like micheladas. We had this conversation. No, we didn't. I had it with the guys. Sorry.
All I see is micheladas. I know that's not what it says, but that's all I can say.
Well, yeah, like Chevron.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I think we're all a little dyslexic here.
That's funny. Anyways,
Because they
okay.
didn't see Micheladas.
That's funny. Okay, so the book is called The Silent Patient by Alex
Michelides.
Michaelides.
I don't know. Just
/ micheladas. Anyways, okay. So the whole thing is that it switches perspectives from Alicia Berenson. She's a famous painter. And she's married to a famous fashion photographer. You said bartender?
Yeah.
No. And then it goes from her perspective in a journal. Okay, like he's reading her journal. So her perspective of the past, right? And then his perspective, which is Theo Faber, and he is a psychologist. He's a specific kind of psychologist, and I didn't write it down. But so she is a patient now at the Grove. It's called the Grove. It's I guess a mental institution. And she's there because she murdered her husband. She shot him in the face 5 times, and then
Like 50
never
Cent?
spoke again. What?
So like 50 Cent.
What do you mean, like 50 Cent?
50 Cent got shot in the face.
5 times?
I don't know how many times, but he got shot in the face.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's what he kind of, you can see like where he got surgically
Oh, I
done.
don't pay attention to him. I don't know. Okay, so like 50 Cent. Her husband was shot 5 times in the face. And she was found in the living room next to him painting.
what the hell?
So she made one last painting, but she went silent. So she's the silent patient. Okay? So this guy, Theo, what?
It just reminds me of kind of a movie with Brittany Murphy. She's not silent, she's crazy, but someone gives her a secret and they're trying to get the secret out of her, but throughout the whole movie she's like, I'll never tell, and like, oh my god, shut up. It reminds me of that movie in a way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, she's the opposite. She don't say shit.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
she don't say nothing.
Damn.
Nothing, okay? So, Theo Faber's a psychologist who, he specifically was not working at the Grove, but he wanted to because he wanted to be the one to treat her to get her to talk, right? Like, that was his goal or whatever. So, he gets hired there, and the Grove is like at the point of being shut down. Okay. One of the other psychologists that works there that actually prescribes like their prescription to them is an old colleague of his that he does not like. And he slowly starts to get her, Alicia, off of the medication because he just kind of gives her drugs to stop her from being violent, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And she had one altercation where she was violent. And then later on in the book, she became violent again when she was getting off of the pills, because I don't know, some I don't even remember. That's not even the point of the story.
Yeah.
But so she's a painter, right? So her way of communicating, like, he was trying to prove that her very last painting was her, like, the last thing she was trying to say. So Theo was trying to, figure out what she knew or why she killed her husband. Like, she never said it. She never said anything. So he becomes like a psychologist there. He starts to treat her, and she gives him his book. She gives him her journal. Okay, so he starts reading her journal, and in her journal, she talks about, like, how she doesn't like her. Who is her? Well, for one, her neighbor. She thinks her neighbor is kind of weird because she's this preppy. So this is based, I believe, in the UK, and her neighbor is American.
Oh.
So,
that explains a lot.
Yeah, so she doesn't like her or whatever, but she trusted her with, so this is, like, through the book, he finds these people that she was acquainted with, and he speaks to them. Okay? So come to find out, there was somebody who she felt was watching her, okay, was following her, and it started to make her feel like she was going crazy, like, because he was there, like, she would see this person, but every time she told her husband, he was like, no, you're being crazy.
Yeah.
Right? So anyways, the whole point of this, and then it also follows, like, his life, right? But it got confusing, and I connected all of this at the end to where it sounded like he was talking about his life, like, after work, like, oh, I went home to my wife and blah blah blah, but it was after work, but not in the present time. Okay, so he found out his wife was having an affair. He started stalking them, his wife and whom she was having the affair with, and this guy, and then he started stalking this guy.
Wait, who though? Not the husband
Theo.
of the silent patient?
Theo.
Theo. Oh, okay.
The
You never told us he had
psychologist.
a name.
I did. I said
did?
Theo.
I think so.
Yeah. I introduced them both as individual people.
Damn, did I blank out? I think I blanked out. It's because the way you're talking about the book is just throwing in, like...
It's confusing.
It's confusing, but it's throwing in scenes from shit that I've watched.
Oh, okay.
Yes, like, they were telling her, no, there's nobody there, but she saw this man following her, so whatever. So I forgot what I was saying.
So Theo is living...
Theo is her psychologist at the Grove, in the institution that she's at right now.
So they're going through his past, like the way you're talking about?
Yes.
Before they get to his
So,
present?
like, the only part of... No, that's where it got confusing.
So is it like Shutter Island?
I don't know.
Okay,
Girl, you're referencing shit. I have no idea.
I'll explain Shutter Island when you're done explaining
Okay.
this.
I was like, what? Okay, so the way it's... Remember how I told you it's being told in both perspectives, right? His and hers. And hers is from the journal that he's reading. Okay. When it talks about his life when he's not at the Grove, it sounds like it's what he's currently living.
Oh,
Okay? But it's not. It's the past. Yeah, so the only present is his time talking to her at the Grove.
Oh, okay.
It's super weird. And I didn't... You don't connect any of this till the very end of the book.
So he was the one stalking?
Yes. So he wasn't stalking her. He was stalking her husband because her husband was having an affair with his wife.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still gives me Shutter Island vibes.
Slutter Island. That reminds me, it's a joke to me. I'm pressing because we're listening to a podcast where
What'd you say?
Slutter Island. Let me explain it.
Okay.
We're listening to
Explain it to her. Let me think different.
we like to listen to these this podcast called The Second Date Update, or like weird shit. I don't know. Yeah, The Second Date Update, where the guys or the girls, they call in to try to get another date because they don't know what happened.
They made it into a podcast? It used to be a radio show. It's on the radio.
It's a radio show.
Oh, okay.
But it's they do a podcast but it's still on the radio.
Oh, okay.
So the guy wanted to know what happened, and the guy they had gone to a hotel, and she had left, and he ordered a movie called Slutter Island.
While she was there.
No, she had left to meet up with a friend or something.
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't know. I just thought that was hilarious. Now that's all I can think of when
And
I
what
hear
happened on that date? Or
she was trying to get away from him. And he's like, no, I'll wait here in the hotel. Yeah.
Wow.
And he watched the movie, and he said that he tried to pay the guy. He's like, I gave him the money. But it turns out he didn't even give him the money. He just gave him change to, like, not tell her or to, like, pay for the movie.
Oh, my gosh. That's funny. That's weird.
Yeah. But, yeah, now that's what I think of. I wonder if it's a real movie. I'm pretty sure it
Slutter
is.
Island.
Pretty sure.
I never looked it up.
Did that? I watched it.
No, I
I
said
thought
I
you
never.
said it since you watched it. I was like, what?
I said I never looked it up.
I was like, I've seen Shutter Island.
What is Shutter Island?
With Leonardo DiCaprio. I'll explain it to you when you continue this.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, that was the ending, right? Like, that was... And in her journal... So, in her journal entry, she actually talks to him, right? So, she knows who he is. Okay? But because she was so high on the drugs and she wasn't speaking, she didn't tell people who he was. Okay? Or she didn't remember that it was him until, like, the more that they talked through their sessions, she remembered. And she wrote it in the journal while she was a patient. Okay? There was a specific nurse that really liked her. Well, turns out that nurse was giving them drugs. Like, he was dealing.
Oh, shit.
Yes. But anyways, so they found the notebook in the back of the painting that so he ended up getting her, like, paint supplies to be able to paint there, so that he wanted to. So the whole thing was Theo was trying to see what she knew and if she was gonna rat him out. Okay. Because there was right before she killed him, he actually breaks into their house. Like, he follows her into their house, and he tells her, like, he's having an affair with my wife. He ties, like, I don't remember. It's been a while since I read the book. So I don't remember exactly how it happened, but it was, like, creepy. Like, I know he tied her up at one point and all this bunch of stuff. Yeah. And he was talking to her and telling her, like, did you know? Because he was, like, super in love with his wife. Like, he did not want to admit that. Not that he didn't want to admit it, but, like, he wanted it to just stop, you know?
But he didn't kill the husband?
No, she killed her husband
because
of the affair.
Oh, okay. Damn.
So what happened with his wife?
Nothing. I think they're still married. Oh. But I want to say he gets arrested and because they find the journal.
But he didn't do it, though.
But he was stalking her, and
he can get arrested for stalking.
They wanted to charge him like an accomplice.
Yeah, and also trying to, like.
I could be wrong. I really do not remember the ending. Like, I was, like, so dead, like, dumbfounded on. Yeah.
Because for the journal.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. Fuck. And this is where I'm like, oh, I didn't want to bring it to the table because I forgot. I totally forgot because it was a really good book. Like, even while I was because I listened to it. While I was listening to it, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was so mind fucked. And then I was like, damn. But so mind fucked that I don't remember the ending. No, I don't remember exactly what happened. Like, if she went to jail or if he went to jail or what happened. But I do remember her, like, letting him know, like, I know who the fuck you are, type thing.
How many stars did you give it?
I think I gave it 4 or 5. Let me check. I should have checked that in the beginning. Yeah, I gave it 5 stars. It's because it mind fucked me, dude. I was really like, what the fuck, bro? It was trippy because it's like, wow, like, when you're reading the book, you don't realize that it's literally telling, like, 3 different timelines. Or technically 1 timeline in 2 different perspectives, and then a whole other timeline of him trying to figure out if she was going to snitch him out type thing. Okay. You get what I mean? Or maybe he was the one that killed her. Killed the husband.
Well, I guess we're going to have to read it to
find out.
Yeah,
you're going to have to read it to find out the ending because I totally spaced. But it's a good book. Yeah. I thought it was a really good book. And it was like, what the fuck? It was confusing, but I also didn't want to not listen to it anymore.
Yeah.
I think I listened to it in like 2 days. Yeah. What's Shutter Island?
Okay, so stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Mark Ruffalo, some other actors in there, some actresses. So anyways, his wife drowns their kids. He finds them. He goes into the lake crying because his kids, the fucking wife drowned the kids. Shoots her because she's crazy. She's not okay. So he's trying to figure out how it all happened, who's this person behind it.
Yeah.
Because he's in denial that she could even do that.
Right.
So this whole time you're going through, he's in he goes to investigate these people in this mental asylum on a cliff.
Okay.
And the whole time he's trying to figure out, he's talking to patients, and he has his partner helping him, and his partner's all like, he goes crazy for a while. He thinks he kills his partner, and then in the end, like we find out that his wife went crazy and he's the one in the asylum because he's a cop. He's trying to figure out how this all happened. And then
wait, what? Okay, yeah. Okay.
And at the end, he realizes that this is just going to continue. He's just going to keep going back to how, because his partner is actually a doctor that works there, and he's trying to help him. Yeah,
what the fuck?
He's trying to help him, and then he realized, you can tell that Leonardo DiCaprio's character realizes when the doctor tells him, "I'm a doctor. I'm trying to help you." He realizes it, like, oh shit. So I'm actually not a cop, or am I a cop? So my wife did murder my kids, and I'm here because I murdered my wife. But they're saying that, oh, I murdered my kids and my wife.
Oh my gosh.
So, but the wife drowned the kids because I think she either was going through postpartum or she was just kind of not okay.
Right.
And so, so he's like, oh shit, like thinking that, and then so he goes and talks to him the next day, but his character already knows, like, I'm fucked up in the head. I went through all this. I saw my children dead. Yeah. I killed my wife because she killed my children. Yeah. And the doctor's trying to help him so they don't lobotomize him. So he knows what's going to happen. So he doesn't want to live with that whole memory of what he encountered, what he saw, and what he had to do. So he starts all over again, like, oh, so we're here to talk to the patients, right? And then Mark Ruffalo's character is like, fuck, like I thought I got him out of it. So then they go lobotomize him because he doesn't want to see that anymore.
What is lobotomize?
Where they sticking your eye, and it's just,
back then that's how they would treat
patients.
Depression and mental
they just keep, you're just like in a state like of kind of like, I wouldn't, like in a vegetable state, but you're able to move around.
Dang.
You're just like
you're a vegetable.
You're just like that.
So he's a vegetable.
Kind of like dead to like your surroundings and shit.
So he's a vegetable now.
In a way, kind of.
In the movie.
Yeah, at the ending, it's been a while since I've seen the movie, but it's a really good movie.
I'm gonna go watch this movie
because there's a lot of shit in it, and it's crazy. Everything that they're trying to figure out, and then like, because me and Jesus watched it. Like, I tell them, like, I like to watch movies that have stupid names because sometimes they can be really good.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So I remember watching it the first time with my uncle. We're like, oh, let's watch Shutter Island. So we watched it, and we're like, oh, shit, this is a really good movie. And then at the end, we were like so mind-fucked, like, oh, my God, he was a patient the whole time, and he wasn't a cop. He was a doctor trying to help him out. So it's really, like, it's crazy. It's a good movie. It's a really good movie.
It's on Hulu and Amazon Prime and Paramount Plus and Apple TV. Okay, so this book brought out a whole bunch of shit.
So this concludes this week's episode. We hope you enjoyed our book talk and that you continue to reach out to us on Instagram at Booksluts Club or on TikTok at Booksluts Podcast, or even by email officialbookslutsclub@gmail.com.
Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe here wherever you may be listening to us on, and don't miss a single episode.
Please leave a review or even share our podcast with your fellow book lovers. Until next time, adios, Booksluts.